Greetings Pisces, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to find out some of the things that the year 2021 holds for you. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and not every detail will pertain to you or your situation. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Alright, so let's get this started. Alright, so how this is going to work today is I'm going to pull two cards from this deck, and it's going to give us kind of a general overview or a theme for the year 2021. After that, I will pull four cards from another deck, one card for each season. So the first card would represent January, February, March, second card April, May, June, so on and so forth. After that, I will pull out tarot to further clarify the months or the quarters. And then at that time, I will pull a couple cards from one of my fairy decks as they would like to share with you something that they have to say. All right, so let's get started. First card, boundaries. You're learning about boundaries this year. All right, so I have a feeling that a lot of your boundaries are kind of fuzzy and hazy. And I think it interferes with how you communicate with people, or how people communicate with you, or how they interact with you, or how you interact with them, or I think that the fuzzy boundaries is part of what's going on with you that's confusing maybe. Let's see what else. Next card, nurture. Okay. So I think that you aren't nurturing yourself enough. I think that has to do with these boundaries. I think maybe some people have crossed your boundaries and maybe you are aware of it or not, or you know what to do about it or not. But you need to take care of you. And if you need to go off into the forest and play a flute or dance with horses or walk through a stream or whatever you need to do to take care of yourself, that is priority. That is also setting a healthy boundary, that you have time for yourself to think about, to sort through your dreams, your ideas, your beliefs, your wishes, to think about your future, where you're headed, how to get there, and not let people walk on you. Learning what a good boundary is so that you can still keep this part of yourself, this precious part of yourself, and you can nurture that self, and you have enough boundaries and self-worth that if someone does trespass, you're like, hey, that's not okay. So let's get some more information. All right, Spirit, I would like a card for January, February, March of 2021 for Pisces. Spirit, one card, please, for Pisces for January, February, March of 2021. One card, Spirit. Oh, that one. Okay, Moon, Soul. Okay, so this is affecting you very, very deeply, very, very emotionally. This nurturing is very important, and I think that it's tied in with the moon and the moon phases. So learn what the moon phases are. Like the full moon is for reaping rewards, for manifesting what you've been working on. New moon is about releasing old, starting fresh, right? So you're releasing things that don't work for you. Research that if you need to. Go with the cycles of the moon for nurturing, and your boundaries, I think, will become more clear as you work through this and making sure that you take care of yourself. I think that's how that's going to work. Well, let's see how this moves forward. So, Spirit, I would like a card for April, May, and June of 2021 for Pisces. Spirit, one card for Pisces in 2021 for the months of April, May, and June. have water element, sensing. Again, still in the emotional realm, in the deep waters. Very emotional, very dreamy. I think you're psychic. Maybe that's why the boundaries are fuzzy. You're picking up on other people and other beings, maybe other energies. Yeah. Okay. I think that's why the boundaries are fuzzy, because you can't tell what's yours and what's someone else's, or what's, yeah. And that's why it's so important to take that time for yourself, to nurture yourself, especially with this year coming up. All right, let's check the summer months. All right, Spirit, I am looking for one card for the months of July, August, and September for Pisces in the year 2021. One card, Spirit, for Pisces for the summertime, July, August, September of 2021. We have Chiron, healing. Okay, so in the summer months, the true healing will begin. I think you'll sort some of this out. You'll have better boundaries. You'll know that you're nurturing yourself, and all of this is for healing. So Chiron refers to, in astrology, kind of the wounded healer. So this person has been, as far as Chiron, has been wounded so deeply and is now healing and can help heal others. And I think that's what this is happening for you. Yes, you have a rough patch to go through, but I think the lessons that you learn and the knowledge that you gain will help you to be a healer for others. And I think this is where the psychic ability comes in. And by nurturing yourself, I think you're going to teach others to nurture themselves, and so they can have healthy boundaries. I think you're going to know by this time why those healthy boundaries are so important, and how this is going to keep you afloat and not just kind of going through life, but thriving, not just surviving, if that makes sense. So this is good. This is like a breath of fresh air. You get some healing. You get some peace. All right, let's see what happens in the fall. All right, Spirit, I would like one card for the fall months of October, November, December of 2021 for Pisces. One card, Spirit, for October, November, December of 2021 for Pisces. This one. Neptune, sacrifice. Another watery card. So Neptune is a watery planet, and it has to deal with the depths of emotion and dream world, which is very fitting to me for Pisces, with the moon, the water, Neptune, sacrifice. This seems very, very Piscean so far. So by the end of the year, I think with this healing, this knowledge that you have, the stuff that you're sharing, there's some kind of sacrifice, but this sacrifice has been coming for a while, and I think you finally have peace. You've made peace with it, and you're able to let it go. Somehow this helps solidify the boundaries and the nurturing and the healing. Can you see that? Okay. All right, so let's get some more detail. Let's move on to the tarot and see what these cards have to say. Spirit has to go through these cards. All right, Spirit, 3 cards for January, February, March of 2021 for Pisces. 3 3 card spirit for 2021, the months January, February, March for Pisces. 3 cards. The sun. You had the moon and now you have the sun. Okay. That's usually success and recognition, possibly. 6 of Cups, generosity. And last, Page of Wands. Okay. All right, so January, February, March, within the depths of your soul, and feeling this need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and not, like I said, not get walked on. Sun and moon, generosity, and seeking new adventure. So I think what the sun is representing here is shining the light on this depth that you have. It's shining the light. You are a very generous and giving soul. And I think Spirit is saying, shine the light on that. Like, that's important. It's an important part of your growth. It's an important part of who you are. And I think you're somewhat of an adventurous soul, or you're seeking some kind of new adventure. And I think you see that that's coming. That's a possibility. And maybe with this generosity, you're giving, like, that's where you can help work with the boundaries. Maybe you're giving too much. I don't think you're giving too much right now, but maybe in the past you have, and that's how come your boundaries are a little fuzzy. But coming up, I think you are starting to see that taking care of yourself is just as important as taking care of others. I see that you're feeling healthy and strong enough, and you have your own boundaries that, yeah, you are ready to take on a new adventure. You want to actually do something maybe a little different, something new, something you've wanted to do for a while but has put off. But maybe now you feel strong enough with boundaries that you can go forward. You're sensing something. You're sensing some kind of adventure coming, I think. So let's move on and look at the spring months. April, May, and June. Spirit, 3 cards for April, May, June of 2021 for Pisces. All right, Spirit, 3 cards for 2021. Oh, we have the Emperor. 2 more cards, just the one. Okay. 2 more cards for 2021, April, May, and June for Pisces. We have the Knight of Wands after the... we have the Emperor first. We have the Knight of Wands. And then we have the Tower. Okay. So what I see here, you are sensing you want a new adventure, you want a new direction, you want to go do stuff, and you want to conquer this, or you feeling conquered because you've gotten a hold of your boundaries and you know how to nurture, or you have a better idea of what you need to do to take care of yourself. And I think you feel on top of the world, and that you've conquered what you need to, and now you're just going to go forth with almost like a reckless abandon. You're just moving forward. You're ready for that adventure. You're on top of the world. You think you've conquered your emotions and your watery depths and your dreamy demeanor, or something along those lines. Or you've defeated whatever that has made you feel like you don't have clear boundaries or whatever, and you go forward, I think, without thinking. You just go, do. Like fire, you just go. And then that comes to a place where I think maybe you reach too far, or you try to go too far too fast. You're not quite ready. You haven't conquered all that you think you might have had, and you have that moment where everything kind of comes down around your feet, because you've built this up, this idea that that you're on top of the world, ready to go, and you've got yourself together. And then, like I said, you go forward without looking, and then something happens that tears at you. And it, there's water on here too, so I think it kind of jerks you out of this mode of you think you've got it all under control. And you've got all your problems solved and all this kind of thing, and it's, unfortunately, it is not quite true. You're not quite as far as you think you are. You're not able to do what you think you should be able to do yet. You think you should be able to go forward with no impedance, nothing, because you're a conqueror, right? You rule your emotions now, but the universe has different ideas. So I think that's where this healing comes in. So it isn't necessarily, I don't think it's going to be something that like completely turns your life upside down and inside out, but there's some section, some piece of this that, while running through this and thinking that you're ready to go forward, and going forward without thinking, causes that it's building a foundation here, but that's not necessarily sturdy. And you run into something that causes stuff to, whatever this that you've built up, this idea in your head, to come crashing down, and you realize you're not as far along as you hoped you were, or that you told yourself you were. But this is not all bad. This is part of your learning process. There is no judgment here. It's just, this is how you learn this lesson. All right, let's move on. Spirit, I would like 3 cards for the summer months of July, August, September for Pisces in the year 2021 in regards to Chiron and healing. 3 cards, Spirit, July, August, September of 2021 for Pisces. We have the Chariot. Okay, again, movement forward, recognition. I have something to share with the world. We have the 3 of Wands. Looking out, seeing what the next adventure is. Wow, you're adventurous. And then, that's what I thought. Okay, 8 of Swords. So there is still a self-illusion going on. I think you keep trying to run. You think that's the answer. But I think by the summer months, this 3rd time you try to run, I think you are aware that this is not the answer. You keep trying. This time you try to go forward boldly. You've had this moment where, okay, I realize that I don't have things together like I thought I did. I'm going to start healing. I'm going to move forward again. I'm going to start looking at my future and planning out my future. But you're not really seeing what needs to be seen. You're keeping yourself bound, and I think a little bit ignorant. Like you're choosing not to see what's really going on around you. You're only choosing to see what the bright, good, sunny, positive things, and really there's a deep set hurt here that you still need some healing. As you come into the fall months, October, November, December, a sacrifice is made. So I am thinking you are finally sacrificing this unwillingness to really look at what is out there and in front of you and what you're dealing with. All right. 3 card spirit for October, November, December of 2021 for Pisces. 3 card spirit for 2021 for Pisces for October, November, December, and that's too many cards. Okay, more fire. This, you like to go. So we have now the King of Wands. Okay. We also have the 5 of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so something a little bit different than fire. All right, so you've had Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, King of Wands. You're seeking, you're going forth, you're planning your future again, and with this sacrifice, you are more mature. You still have that fiery spirit to go forth, and I think it causes conflict because there's someone at home. You have a real desire to move out, move on, move forward, keep going. You have this drive. Especially, I think, since there was a sacrifice. I think that you're sacrificing your blinders, and that helps you become a more mature person. There's still some conflict and internal struggle that's going on. And I want to say there's a struggle maybe with someone else, a motherly figure. Maybe this is about leaving a motherly, or at least a feminine motherly. It doesn't have to be female, but a loving, nurturing person, because we're talking about nurturing. Oh, this part of you is in conflict with this part of you. Okay. You are a very giving, nurturing, mothering person. That is the reality. That is more about who you are. This like fiery spirit is a part of you, but I think it's also used as a way to run, not just go forward, but run forward, but kind of run away, or run to your dreams, like what you're dreaming of the future. Instead of being here, you're dreaming about other things, other places, other times, and you're sacrificing the present. And you're not able to see what's really going on because you're sacrificing the present. And I think that Tower is also something to do with bringing you back to the present, because you have these ideas that you can just do what you want when you want. So I think by sacrificing a little bit of this not wanting to see, or this tendency to be looking into the future or trying to run away, or escapism of some kind, sacrificing that helps you to grow with this part of you, this aspect, because there is wisdom in your spirit of just wanting to act. There's nothing wrong with that, but it does conflict with the more nurturing feminine side of you. But this is where you want to get. This is where you have that nurture and you have good boundaries. And I think that would help deal with your nature of just go, go, go. I would say in your chart somewhere there's a lot of fire. You know, you're Pisces and you're the dreamer, but you also have get up and go. And maybe this running away, or this more mature aspect of going, doing, you know, just simply doing just for doing. If you if you sacrifice this, not willing to see yourself in a better light, this conflict will die down, and I think you'll be able to merge these sides of you. But I also think something about leaving someone behind, like this running that you do is hurting someone, or leaving someone behind, and they aren't understanding what you're doing. That you're just this I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and this person is not able to follow along really well. But this is also, I see this as also where you're trying to get. Let me see if the fairies can give me some more information. I do consult with the fairies, and I work with the fairies when creating spreads and doing readings, and they were definitely involved in helping with this one. So I want to give them a chance to say what they have to say. They do want to be represented. And sometimes they just reaffirm what's already out here. Sometimes they give additional advice. Sometimes they just cheer you on. And sometimes they'll make note of something that wasn't seen or missed, or that you need to look at that I haven't mentioned here. So, all right, fairies, spirit. I want 2 cards for the year 2021 representing Pisces. Fairies, what do you have to say to Pisces for the year 2021? First card, Forget Me Not. Okay, Forget Me Not. I want to say, with all this go, that you might travel, you might run to people, different people, or live in different places or something, and you don't want to be forgotten. You need to be this person that's more of a person of maybe authority, or this emperor, a ruler, like the king, the queen. You're somebody or something special, and you want to make sure you are not forgotten. So that's some of the running around, I think, that's coming to you. And thinking of you is the one that's after Forget Me Not. So that works, right? All right. I think that this person or people that you're worried about, or that have expressed that you're leaving behind, they do think of you. They won't forget you. I think that you touch people in a way, or affect people in a way, that you are unforgettable. And I think maybe sometimes you think that you are forgettable and that people don't care. And that's why you don't want to see certain things or face certain things. But you are unforgettable. The people that are around you think of you a lot. You may have this idea, or coming into this year, you have these ideas that you don't know how to hold your boundaries, or keep people from crossing them, or know what to say when they do cross the boundary. And I think maybe that's where you think that you'll be forgotten. I think that if you think that putting up these boundaries and keeping people out and taking care of yourself and just taking this time for yourself, people are going to forget about you, and you don't want that. You want to make sure everybody's still thinking of you. So you have to go and do these types of things, go out and do and try to deal with all of that, because there's this underlying fear that you're going to be forgotten. People aren't going to think about you or think of you. And that's simply not true. That is simply not true. All right. I would advise not to rush forward so much, not to get into these conflicts so quickly, or get into these ideas into your head that like you're kind of untouchable because something's going your way, so then you think you've got it all, and then something happens and nope. And then so stop charging forward. It is good to have plans for the future, but don't get lost in the future. Be here in the now, otherwise you sacrifice the now. And then there's conflict between the dreamer and the doer and the nurturer, the nurturing part of you. Because I think this is where you want to be, the nurturing, motherly queen who has a bountiful harvest, who has all she wants. But I do think that you are a leader of some kind. And you have a lot to say. So, remember Pisces, you are unforgettable. You are a generous soul. You're very caring and loving. And although that may not always come through, I think you protect that. Know that you are healing, and the sacrifice made is necessary. But you have a very deep soul. You have very deep feeling and sensing, and a real dream world type of, even here as this girl is nurturing herself, it's almost like a little dream world, a dream forest. If you meditate, maybe that's kind of, if you haven't thought of a sacred space, some kind of place like this, I think, with lots of growth, lots of green, even like here at the Queen of Pentacles with the flowers and abundance and animals, and there's a horse, there's some butterflies, there's rabbits. I think that's where you want to go. You may dream of big ideas and doing exciting things, and you want to go out and live your life, right? You just want to go forward and not let anything get in your way. But you have this other, more delicate side of you that needs to be nurtured too. Don't forget about that side. And I think that's what you're learning this year. All right, I think that's everything I see. I would like to thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. And I want to encourage you to be the light that you wish to see in this world. And namaste.